Okay, so I'm back again. So, I am the blogger, or the vlogger, however you want to call me. I won't give out my true details of identity here. So, as you know, if you've been following my series of vlogs, you'll know that I've been discussing strange cases of alien activity around the world. So I've talked about many things from the man in the blue box, the doctor, to strange people going missing and returning, to, well, so many things going on in this world of ours. But I know for sure we've never been alone in this. So, who remembers what people called Miracle Day? It was 2011, and all of a sudden, everywhere in the world, everybody stopped dying. No matter how bad the case were, whether someone had been blown up, strangled, or crushed to death, they were still alive. What caused that? Well, no one really knows for sure, but it was first discovered when a death row inmate named Oswald Danes, who was a child predator, which I won't get into too much details about what his case was, but let's just say he was having his just desserts by having a lethal injection, but didn't die from it. Then he became a TV sensation. Television loved him, not people. There's a difference. But everywhere in the world, people had stopped dying, and hospitals were becoming overflowing, and population wasn't going down, it was staying still, or worse, going up, because where people die, people are born. That's the way of humans. We had over 7 billion humans around then, which is already a full population, but it increased a lot. And yeah, murder kind of became impossible. People started these marches and these protests saying, "Dead is dead." One woman, particularly in America, did so by making this, basically doing it for publicity, but then she disappeared. What was truly going on? Not only that, people in medical care were broken into different categories, like Category 1, who were like people that were sick, were expected to recover. Then there was Category 2 for those who was like severe and could or couldn't, may or may not die, but in this case would not die. Then there was Category 1. I believe that, well, we don't know what happened with Category 1. Category 0 was a program put in place for death row inmates in America. I believe Oswald Danes was going to go for that, because all he had was a nice delay. But was this whole thing the fact that the world was falling apart, but then all of a sudden there seems to be things put in place for such an event? Was this thing planned? Well, I'm not sure. I believe back in the late 1920s there were a group of men that formed an alliance, and their families. One went into finance, another one went into law. I'm not sure. I can't recall what the other family went into. But these families, these men and their families became very wealthy, and seemed to be in control of things. A CIA operative named Rex, he was in a car accident where he should have died, but he made a full recovery. But yes, some people called it Miracle Day. Others called the miracle a curse. But What was it? What was happening? Why did everyone just stop dying all of a sudden? People that were like being strangled to death or shot or stabbed, they couldn't even call it murder anymore because murder was impossible. It was classed as assault or something. But all I know is that the Category 1 people, they were taken for incinerating. That's what the rumours were around that, saying that there were ovens to cremate and destroy bodies. Were there something to do with these three families that where they had a plan thinking, what if we had the power to decide who lives for how long? You know, there was an immortal being named Captain Jack Harkness, or so the rumours and legends say. They say Captain Jack Harkness cannot die as he's been recorded throughout history. One point in the 1920s circus, there was a guy who kept shooting and killing himself and he didn't die. Was that Captain Jack? And if everyone became immortal in the world, did all the immortals become mortal? It's a very bizarre case, but the miracle soon came and went. Again, did the doctor deal with this? Did someone else deal with it? I know by then Torchwood had fallen, but could what was left of Torchwood be involved in that case? I don't know, but apparently there were strange goings on by people going down, something to do with the Chinese government getting paid off to look the other way, where there was something under the earth. Same with Argentina, and what was it? All I know is that they were planning to destroy it or something, blow something up so no one can get to it. I believe that was the last time convicted child killer Oswald Danes was seen and believed to have committed suicide. But after all that, after these two locations hit the earth at the same time, went boom, everyone started to die again. The dead was back, and no longer was the dead dead. People started to die again. Of course, it caused a massive cleanup operation involving a lot of funerals, a lot of cremations, a lot of bother. But then there was one funeral, the funeral of an American citizen woman named Esther, believed to work for the CIA or something. She died in this ordeal, could have been something to do with ending the miracle. But at her funeral, the CIA operative named Rex was shot, dead. But then all of a sudden he was alive again and wasn't a scratch on him. Was there a lucky miss or something, or was there something going on there? There was a man fitting the description of Captain Jack again there. What was going on? What was Miracle Day and what caused that miracle? I don't know, but a lot of people that were sick were paranoid of seeing doctors because they didn't want to, well, go to the doctor in case they had to be put in Category 1. Still, strange that indeed the dead is dead. I'll leave it there for now. I'll see you again at some point. Farewell for now. This has been the blogger, or the vlogger.